to share a secret with you that isn't that easy to talk about, but it's important that I do. There was a time in my life when I made most of the decisions about how to run my life from a place of guilt and from a place of shame. And I think we all know that is not a place that we ever want to be making decisions from in our life. The area that I was dealing with a lot of guilt and shame around was a gray zone drinking habit that I had acquired over the course of 5 years because I didn't know how to deal with the burnout that I was experiencing in a very demanding career that I loved and that my entire identity was wrapped up around. Instead of doing something about the burnout, I went home at the end of the day. I opened a bottle of wine. I poured myself a glass while I made dinner. I had another glass while I had dinner. And if I didn't have to be in the operating room on the day after, then I would pour myself a third glass while I sat there in front of the TV and watched some kind of mindless show. Then what would happen is at 3 o'clock in the morning, without fail, I would wake up, heart racing, sweating, head pounding, saying to myself, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep doing this to yourself? And I would beat myself up. Mean girl would show up in my head, and I would stay awake for at least a good hour, screaming at myself mentally about what was wrong with me. And that led me to a place the day after of guilt and shame around why was I stuck in this habit? I wasn't physically addicted to alcohol. I wasn't an alcoholic. I didn't depend on it. I didn't have DUIs. I didn't have problems in my relationships with it. It was simply a tool that I was using to turn my mind off and my mind down on a nightly basis. Well, it turns out it's not a tool at all. It's a tool of maybe a hammer hitting you over the head because it's a class 1 carcinogen and a neurotoxin, but it's not a tool to take care of yourself, to restore yourself, and to recharge yourself for the demands of the day to come. When I figured out what I needed to do to release the guilt and the shame, it was incredibly easy to kick alcohol out of my diet for good. No meetings, no 12-step programs, no rehab, just me choosing me on a daily basis. And the way I did that was through a combination of my neuroscience experience, mindset principles, and my faith practice. What you can do is exactly what I did. You can work with me. I'll walk you through my Revive system, which combines neuroscience, mindset, and some kind of faith practice of your choice. And you and I can walk together, helping you release your shame, your blame, and your judgment around whatever kind of gray zone you might be in. Maybe you don't have a gray zone drinking habit. Maybe you have a different kind of gray zone that's keeping you stuck. My Revive system will help you. It's the life raft you can get into and get yourself into calmer waters and start rebuilding your life into one that you love.